Hi, my beautiful friends. This is Jessica from Good Vibrations, bringing you your weekly messages from your person. Who's your person? The person that you are currently thinking of as you are viewing this video, the person that your heart is speaking of as you are viewing this video. Now, that person can be related to love, or it could be somebody that really was your person, like a parent, a sibling. Okay. If you're new to my channel, welcome, welcome. I hope that you'll stay. These messages are for the week of March 15th through March the 21st. If you would like to join me on my other platforms, such as Instagram, TikTok, please go into my description box where you'll find my link tree that will take you to all the platforms, including my Patreon platform, and also my website where you can look at all the variety of services that I offer. I do offer services outside of readings. I do offer readings, but I offer energy healings, hypnosis. I am a medical intuitive, and I use a system called body coding and emotion code to assist me with my medical intuitive work. If you go to my website, each service has a description, and you could email me to ask any other questions. All right, so your person's energy this week. Okay, we have, I'm sorry, I have hair everywhere. We have the Four of Coins, Six of Cups, and the Empress in reverse. So with the Four of Coins, I think I said Four of Cups. This is somebody who's trying to control their emotions. You see this person here? You know, they're really holding back, and it's interesting that they are holding back because then we have the Six of Cups. So this tells me that they are in their emotions, and maybe they're trying to block off, you know, trying to control what they're feeling because they're in their headspace about something from the past. It could be you with the Empress here in reverse. My readings are non-gender, so if you're a masculine energy here viewing this, when I say the Empress, that would still identify you, okay? This person is also taking time to heal with the Six of Cups because the Six of Cups is about healing. Now, this could be, you know, about healing some childhood issues. It could also be about healing whatever connection that they're feeling nostalgic about, okay? Which could be you for sure. So there's just a period of time that they are needing to take care of themselves, and especially with the Empress in reverse, because this is connected to feeling blocked. And you can tell here with the Four of Coins, there is a block over their heart. But what I really love about what's about to happen here, okay, because currently they're just blocked, they're burnt out, and they may even be talking to themselves poorly, negatively, because of what they are reminiscing about, okay? You know, I should have done this, I shouldn't have done that, you know, that kind of reminiscing, and that's causing them to have negative self-talk. But what I like about this card, things are going to change, okay? And the reason being is, you know, he's holding these coins in front of his heart. So right now, while this person is healing, okay, their heart's a little bit closed off, but it's not to be malicious, okay? It really is not. It's to truly heal. And they have this shield up, But what I like, you see there's all this light in the back, okay? So they're being supported by spirit to transform, to transition, okay, out of this, block that they're experiencing. But what I like, it's almost like their shadows are in front of them. So it's like they are just about to cross that bridge between being really deep in their shadow work, and now the shadows are in front of them. They're no longer behind them. Okay, so they can clearly see now what their shadows are. And once we can see them, digest them, work with them, acknowledge them, that's how the healing begins. Is knowing that your own shadows are teachers, your shadows are life lessons, and this person is starting to gain that knowledge. But they have to be still in a lot of other areas of their life, and that could, make the viewer feel like they've been rejected. But in truth, they are just doing what's best for them in the present moment, okay? And rightfully so, because this person's burnt out. They speak to themselves poorly. So that's something that does need to be healed. All right, so let's see how they feel about this connection. Well, there you go, Four of Wands. They feel like this connection is like home. It helps them. It helps them transition, okay? Because we have community. You're my home. You feel comfortable. You're, one of my peoples, because you're family. You're home. Healing again. I feel like this person feels like this connection energetically is moving into calmer waters after a period of being kind of rocky. You guys may be seeing 666. A lot of people frown on that number because humans have taken the frequency of 666 and turned it into something evil, but 666 is not an evil number. I will let you know what it means in a few minutes. And then we have the Princess of Swords. So they are keeping an eye on you. They're kind of curious on what's going on, with you in your life. And they could be talking to other people, because the Princess of Swords sometimes can be connected to negative self-talk as well. So just note, it can also be connected to gossip. All right. So let's go back to that 666. This number makes a lot of people uncomfortable due to the highly charged associations it gained throughout history. But it's important to remember that numbers are neither good or bad. They're pure energy. This number pattern appears to remind you of your divine nature. Pay attention to nourishing your physical, emotional, and mental bodies so that you might express more of the divine feminine principle through your presence here on earth. Be weary of making choices out of fear or poverty mentality and working too hard as a result. Relax, surrender to the flow of life, and you will be taken care of. Absolutely. So that's the connection to 666. It is connected to the divine feminine, and that could be, a reason that it has been discriminated on for quite some time. All right, let's see what actions they're going to take towards this connection. And it's only humans that really make everything good and bad through their perceptions and their limitations. but no number is bad. No zodiac is bad. They all have their positives. They all have their negatives. All right. So their intentions are the King of Swords, the Hierophant, and the Ace of Cups. With the King of Swords here, I do feel like their intention is to come forward to speak their truth. Okay, there is, I mean, with the page over here, they do feel like they need to connect with you verbally. Okay, because swords are about communication, pages are about messengers. Then you have this King of Swords that wants to speak the truth. Now, when this person comes to speak the truth, just remember that this person is going to speak the truth, but they're not going to do it from a heart space. Okay, they're going to speak their truth through logic. You know, this is someone who's very logical, very practical. This could be somebody that's connected to the law in some type of way, but whatever they're connected to, whatever field they're in, they're an expert in their field. Okay, but this is someone who is loyal and committed. Okay, to speak this truth. Okay, and we have the Hierophant here, and the Hierophant does speak about spiritual wisdom. Okay, so there is an intention here to gain spiritual wisdom, and you can see it with the Six of Cups as well, because with the Six of Cups and the Hierophant, there is a soulmate spiritual connection. Now, when I say soulmate, it does not always imply a romantic love interest, okay? But because soulmates can be your friends, they can be, you know, they can be basically anyone. Anyone that you feel a soul bond connection here. Is there a soul bond connection here? Yes. And the soul bond connection could be from a past connection. Okay. So with the Ace of Cups here, that right now they are really focusing on themselves. Okay. Self-love. And I have to be honest, this is part of their spiritual lesson, as alike it is your spiritual lesson, the viewer. We are all in a time frame where we are all learning to love ourselves unconditionally. Why? Because we came in with the, you know, innate unconditional love. We are unconditional love, but we don't remember. Once we become, we are born, and we're born into our families, into society. Society starts to conform us to whatever their beliefs and their traditional values are, their religious beliefs, their spiritual beliefs, and we start to conform to them because, you know, our family is basically putting their belief systems on us. Some know better and some don't know better. So this person's intention in the present moment is to take care of themselves, okay? Which I think is great, because right now they feel very empty, okay? They feel emotionless, okay? They have a block. They don't feel vulnerable. You know, they're having a hard time, you know, expressing their vulnerability. So, yeah, it's a little tricky. Let's see what messages we get. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that was a lot. 3, 4. Okay, I'll take them. All right, I'm feeling emotionally void without you. Absolutely. They feel emotionless. I was misguided, I was blinded, and I couldn't see straight. Absolutely. You are perfect in my eyes, don't ever change. We have, if I could turn back time, I would, and do it all different. And yeah, and with the Hierophant here, I do feel like this particular energy that I'm tapping into is trying to learn, okay, to gain that spiritual wisdom. Now, remember, you're listening to a reading. The person that you may be trying to tap into may not be into readings. They may not be into tarot. They may think it's woo-woo and crazy and all that. So they themselves may not be aware that they're, you know, going through a spiritual time frame in their life. You know, spirituality doesn't have a look. It doesn't look like yoga. It doesn't look like a vegan. It doesn't look like somebody who gives up all their money because, you know, that's the spiritual thing to do. That's an egoic idea. You know, it's not somebody who's, you know, sitting, you know, in meditation for hours every single day. If that's a discipline that somebody needs to shift, to grow, there's nothing wrong with it. There is no right or wrong, okay, on how you become spiritual. Spirituality has nothing to do with the tools, but more with the heart, okay? I kept the wrong company around who interfered with this beautiful connection. Absolutely. I hope we can come back together and pick up where we left off. Good messages here. All right, I'm going to pick some charms. We have a crystal here. This is topaz. So somebody may have the, what's it called? Like the birthstone topaz. This topaz was found in Utah, so you could have a connection to Utah, or maybe you're somebody who loves crystals and likes going, you know, to dig up crystals, crystal mining. Okay, we have Grace. Grace has been coming a lot, and then Fearless. And then we have the number 2. So somebody could have been born in February the 2nd. It could have been, it could even be connected to February the 6th. Okay. Then we have what looks like a shell or 2, I don't know, maybe like lobster. Yeah, like the clamps of a lobster. Okay, so there could be a connection to lobster. Maybe you like lobster. Also, the 2 is about balance, harmony, and relationships and unconditional love. That's the vibration of the number 2. The number 6, you know, which is, you know, receives such a bad rap from people for so many years, centuries, is connected to magnetic energy, the divine feminine, you know, also unconditional love, relationships, nurturing. So it's crazy how people have just totally, these are the charms, the zodiacs. It's crazy how people have just created, you know, taken something that could have been beautiful and destroyed it and made it, you know, tried to turn it into something so ugly. And unfortunately, in the culture that we live in, many people find it easier to do that, to focus on something and then turn it into something that's not even true. And we all follow suit is also one of the biggest messages. Is no one questioned it. No one was like, hey, I don't really agree with that, you know. People, one person just started it and it went down the ladder and it just, you know, caught on. Kind of like a TikTok video. All right, so we have Gemini, Leo, Scorpio. Capricorn, Aquarius, and Cancer showing up. All right. And then this is my little box for my tablets, so you guys can see. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. So this is your person's initials or your initials. Both or neither. The same goes for the zodiacs. Please remember that all the zodiacs and, you know, initials are just all bonuses to every single reading. Please do not devalue the whole reading if your person's zodiac or name does not come through. Or initials, sorry. All right, so yeah, we definitely have an X here. So we have S, M, E, X, J, R, V, F, H, P, G, W, and Q as initials. We do have something about somebody could work for FedEx. I am hearing VFW, so somebody may be a member of the VFW. We do have Mr. and Miss here, so I'm feeling like somebody is married. Okay, we do have HR showing up, so somebody could work in the human resource as a human resource director or assistant. I am hearing girlfriend, so a girlfriend could be coming through as well. This person was your girlfriend. I am going to pick some cards from the other side for you. So, let me see. I'm not seeing too much, you know, not seeing too much. Somebody may have HPV also. Could have given you HPV. With Grace here, that could be somebody's name, but Grace is also, I feel like this person or you need grace. One of you or both of you need to reflect grace towards each other. Like you need to be graceful about like the talk you're having to yourself, and also graceful on how what you're projecting to this person. You know, if they're not acting accordingly, that's really, you know, on you. Okay, meaning nothing that anyone does is about you, but your ego makes you believe that it's about you, okay? Your ego will also make you believe that you can heal them, you can fix them, and that is in essence connected to an empath, and that's an unhealed empath. That's an empath that is severely codependent, because you only have the power to change yourself. And until you can really, really work on changing yourself, that's when you become that magnificent magnet to show the world, because that's when you radiate. Because people can tell when you've done the work. It radiates, it seeps, it's out of your aura, okay? All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to do 3 piles, and these messages are all from somebody that's crossed over. So keep in mind these initials and these zodiacs, and maybe this person, their name was Grace. They loved topaz. That was their birthday, birth month birthstone. They were born in February, or they were born on the 2nd day of any month, or it was 2 years ago, 2 weeks ago, 2 months ago. Okay. So this is going to be pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Pick whichever one you feel more called to, and we will pick also, this could be when an animal. I mean, I'm going to tell you, my cat is my person. Okay? Like, when I look at my cat, and I used to, my dog passed on, crossed over, she was my person. Okay? Like, I would say they were my people before, like, real people. All right, so pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, okay? Pile number 1, we have, I completed what I came here to do. So this person departed because they completed what they were here to do. I wasn't thinking, and I watch you with your family. So we do have somebody that keeps an eye on you, and it was their time to go because, you know, they had completed their task. Okay. And some of us do die younger than expected. Okay. We transition. I like to use transition instead of die or pass, but, and sometimes it does simply mean that that was the chosen time that they picked for themselves, okay? That their work had been completed. So I hope that brings some of you some comfort knowing, you know, what I wasn't thinking. They probably weren't thinking that they were going in their physical form because we're so linear and we don't know when we're going to die. And it's so almost egoic on our end to almost have that part of us that just doesn't believe that we could be the one that dies, you know, today or tomorrow or the next day, because we don't really know when we're going to go. All right, pile number 2. I felt loved, protected, and safe. And we do have a kitty here. So this could be a pet coming through. I'm going through my life review, and I projected my unhappiness on you. Okay. So we do have possibly 2 different, we could have an animal coming through, but also we could have somebody that projected a lot of their unhappiness. And when they did, you know, they did feel protected and safe around your energy, but they still were kind of projecting their unhappiness on you. And they're currently going through a life review. Okay, so what we hear often is when we cross over to the other side, we have a flash of our life, and you know, that could almost be like really hard to look at, because in a sense you're looking at all of yourself, your shadows, the good, the bad, the ugly, you know, and you're getting this review. So the best message coming through from that message is, are you living a life that you are going to be proud of when you transition? Are you living that life? And if the answer is no, then, you know, I would consider doing your best to change it. Pile number 3, I'm not happy when you're not happy. Do you want me around? And sometimes I don't know what to do. Okay, so this person does, you know, come around you. They don't know what to do, especially when they see you that you're not happy, because they don't know how they can help you from the the other side, you know, especially if you're someone who's very weary of, you know, ghosts or people on the other side, or you're just haven't really opened up. And that's why fearless comes up, you know, because so many people carry so many fears down to the 666, okay? But people create many of their own fears, okay? Doesn't mean that certain things did not happen in your life that could have created that are, you know, actually you know, traumatic, because a lot of us that are listening to tarot have experienced some type of trauma, you know, and we're looking for answers. Okay, so they're asking, do you want me around? Because it doesn't seem like you want me around. You may not be acknowledging their presence. So if this person has passed on, and I'm going to move this so that you can look at the letters a little bit better. Okay, and it could be Mr. and Miss could have been somebody that passed, that, you know, somebody from the VF, you know, they were members of the VFW. They were a junior, they were a senior, you know, because we've had over, you know, generations now. This is changing a lot more. You don't really see a lot of people naming their kids juniors and seniors anymore. Society has gotten a little bit more creative and also is moving away from those traditions, okay? But I also see that somebody could have met here in junior high, and, you know, they met at junior high and they went to high school together, or you also have high school sweethearts, you know, Mr. and Miss. Okay. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and leave you here. Thank you so much for being here. And please take the time, if you like my videos, to subscribe. I have missed a little bit of dropping videos, and I will be honest with you guys. If I'm not feeling well, I'm not going to post. I just, you know, I'm not gonna, or if I'm too busy with my business as a medical intuitive and hypnotist, I do prioritize my clients, or, you know, so sometimes I don't make it to post videos, but you're always welcome to initiate contact. And also, if you would like a personal reading, I do offer one-on-one personal readings. All right, guys, so I will talk to you later. Please be nice to my friend. Who's my friend? You are.